It's definitely a crime to be gorgeous, because if Doja Cat said it, it must be true. It is 3:09 right here on the Heartbeat of Lagos, the Beat 99.9 FM. It's a fabulous Friday. You are live on the Midday Show with yours truly, Nicole. And I have a very, very special guest in the studio. I guess who knows one or two things about being gorgeous. Why are you smiling? So you think you're gorgeous? Hi. Thank you. Hi, Victony.
How you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you today?
I'm okay. I'm alright. Traffic though.
Traffic?
Yeah.
Is that why I late?
That's why I late. Because I left early.
It's okay. All things forgiven. You're looking good. You're looking fresh. Skin is popping, moisturized.
Thank you.
Taking care of yourself. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. So you just dropped a single, Little Birdie has been telling us, featuring the Badu himself.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a big collaboration.
Yeah,
you know, you are somebody who you are known for your top-notch collaborations, but Badu, you know, we're going to talk about a bunch of your other stuff. Let's get into that single first. I hear that Olamide is one of these guys that, you know, he is like a one-take king.
Yeah.
In a verse. Was it a quick studio session?
I mean, I wasn't at the session.
You were there with him.
Thing is, he sent it almost immediately.
Yeah.
Like I sent him the song like on a Wednesday, and on a Thursday I got it back.
Ah.
So probably one of those, you know, one take moments.
Yeah. He seems like the kind of guy. When writing the song, was there anybody else you had in mind, or just him?
To be honest, he wasn't even supposed to be on the song.
Oh really?
So the song was done, but you know, Badu is someone I always take his advice anytime I'm about to do something, right? So I was working on this project that I have coming up, and then I played him songs from the project, and then he told me, you know, it was missing something and I needed that Afrocentric record. And I played him Skido, and it's like, yeah, this is what the project is missing. And you know, his reaction to this song really inspired me to like ask him like, yo, what do you think you could do on this? And it's like, yo, let's do it ASAP. So that's how the collaboration came about.
I love that. And listening to the song, beautiful song by the way, there's one part where you say, you know, I look up to God. You know, God is very much shining in your life. How would you say he has blessed you recently?
Yo, he's blessed me because this year has been crazy, you know, just being on the road, always having something to do, like my own tour. I was on tour with Davido. I traveled around the world like this year, you know, so I feel so blessed, you know, to be able to do that, coming from where I come from in Lagos, and being able to like just explore the world and connect with my fans. Like I must say I'm very, very blessed.
Definitely. So your name is some name that, you know, is resonating worldwide, not only today but tomorrow as well. So you said, you know, you got a chance to visit lots of different countries. What is the one country that surprised you the most?
Surprise
or impressed you the most?
I'll say Japan.
Ooh, konnichiwa.
Yes, I did my first show in Japan this year, and I was surprised because the turnout, I was expecting, you know, black people who lived in Japan to like, you know, be dominant in the show, but like it was a lot of Japanese. I'm like, yo, I have Japanese fans as well, but you know, the culture is so clean, the fashion is so inspiring. Like just working out every day, you also want to look fresh, and you know, so I really like Japan.
Does that inspire you to maybe jump on any K-pop kind of styles?
Actually, I was supposed to work with a Japanese artist. What's his name? I've actually forgotten his name, but he's pretty big out there. I was really looking forward to making it happen, but I fell sick. You know, the day the session was supposed to happen, but yeah.
You know, it'll come back around.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, so you have dropped a couple of projects, from Outlaw in 2022 to Stubborn in 2024.
Yeah.
You've given us amazing singles from each of those, and amazing collaborations as well. You said you have a project in the works, right? Talk to us a bit about that.
I mean, nothing too serious, you know.
Nothing too serious.
It's not like Stubborn. Stubborn is like a whole album. Outlaws, and that was like my breakout EP, you know. But this time around, I'm at the point where I'm actually just telling stories with the music, you know, like just telling the fans like, hey, this is my life, you know. So you notice from Tanko to Skido and whatnot. So I'm trying to like just make it into a project and to give them the full story, because right now I'm just dropping it in beats and, you know, leading them somewhere. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Nice. And in terms of the music, are you kind of making music people can like dance to, or music people can like chill to in their quiet moments?
To be honest, is I feel like the theme of the song is what really matters to me. I don't really care about what the sound is, right?
Okay.
It's just what I'm saying in this record. So from Glory to Tanko to Skido, it's like 3 different sounds, but the theme is pretty much consistent, which is like gratitude, taking care of my mental health, like, family, and just paying attention to what matters to me the most. So if you play it in your sleep, you play it in the club, I don't care. Like,
you don't really care.
Yeah.
Just listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Tanko is a huge song as well, featuring terryg.
Yeah.
It's doing amazing. The video is so nice. Nearly 1 million views in just 1 month.
Yeah.
So talk to me about the collaboration with Tanko and even like the message you say behind that song.
Yeah.
I mean with terryg.
Yeah. So I've been at a point where like I'm just feeling grateful for a lot, and making music that I also big myself up in this music. It's talking about how I'm on the road.
We've been seeing a lot, so your shirt is off every other day. Man's in the gym.
Just being myself up. And Tanko was one of those records, but when I made it, I felt this nostalgia, and I thought of terryg. I thought it was a very crazy idea, but I didn't tell anyone about it. I just reached out to him on Instagram, and his response made the idea valid, because he was like, yo, let's do it. And the next day he was in Lagos. He came to Lagos from ABJ, and we made it happen. And just seeing it come to life, just thinking about it in my room was like a full circle moment for me, because like terryg performed at my concert last year.
Ooh.
And when I saw him on stage, like I just couldn't forget that moment. So when I think about like featuring like an OG, or he's the first to come to mind, because like I still saw him in action like recently, and he still has that energy. So I'm just like, yeah, I need that to complete this record. So yeah.
Love that. And speaking of someone that has great stage presence, I saw you in December. You had a show in December. I was there live and direct, so you do your thing. You had some great performance come out as well.
Yeah.
The Dream Girl, what's his name? Air Says, I believe. That was such a fun show.
Thank you.
So you also spoke about, you've been taking some time to work on your physical, your mental.
Yeah.
We saw an interview you did a while ago talking about, how you are coping with sobriety and performing now in a different mental state. So now that you are maybe saying a bit clearer when it comes to your performances, how would you say back when you were maybe under 1 or 2 influences, did it help or hinder your performance?
I think performing under the influence like definitely hinders like a lot. I would say that firsthand, having to experience that, because the connections with the fans, like you don't really remember what was really going on, who was smiling, who was crying. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was performing in London this year, that was like when I made the London stop for the Stubborn tour. I actually did almost cried. I almost cried on stage.
Really?
So that proves that I really felt something at that point, and I was just feeling really proud of myself. Doing Coco, despite everything that I've been through with like the team, the management, having to like just coordinate all that and still be able to put on a show in London. I really felt that like it was so inspiring to see everybody out there just jumping and screaming every song from the Stubborn album. Like,
you don't want to forget that.
So yeah, you don't want to forget that. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. And what would you say are some of the maybe challenges that you've had to deal with, going down this journey, and who are some of the people that have maybe helped you stay on track?
I felt like one of my greatest challenges, not going through like artist development, which is very, very important. I feel like Afrobeat is a genre that is just coming up, so we don't have enough executive as much as there are like artists out there. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just like a few people who are really doing this for real. So I mean, I came up with my friends. We were all figuring this out together. Fame came like pretty quick. Like Soweto was like global, right? But at the same time, I didn't have the right development, So it kind of like really affected all of us. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's been like my greatest challenge. But with people like Bado, people like Houdini, Shay, my sister Alaji, Alaji Poppin from The Plug. You know, all these people in one way or the other have been able to like come through, you know, just giving me advice, helping me like stay in the game, just telling me that these are things that you expect, you know. So yeah.
Nice, because you know, as well as having a good team around you, the people around you surround yourself as well. Definitely says if you're going to go far or not. And I know it sounds like you have a good team around you. You've also, you know, done amazing collaborations with Friday. We loved that. You even jumped on Odumo's Pity This Boy. You know, you're busy. You're booked. You're busy. You're doing things. Is it always a good time featuring doing work with Odumodu?
Yeah.
What's that laugh?
You're going to learn a lot that day. He always has something to say. You know, I would never forget this collaboration because like even before we made this song, it was a whole moment. He would just randomly call me. I just tell him like, man, this one is going to be dope. I'm like, bro, I know, don't worry. Even when we're doing it, we spoke about a lot that day, you know. And then after, we had like several calls on how we wanted to push the song and whatnot. Like, it's definitely a collaboration I would never forget, you know, because he's a very intense guy, but he's a real one, you know. So I really shout out to Odumodu. I love him so much. So yeah,
love that. So I want to get into the headspace of like, you know, when you're actually recording a session. Tell me what your dream session is like. Are you the kind of guy that all the windows have to be closed, no lights, cold room? What is Victony session like?
I mean, I don't have any specific.
Yeah, you're not a diva yet.
No. I wouldn't speak for myself, Sha. Maybe people who have experienced me might think otherwise.
We'll ask the team after.
But yeah, it just depends on the vibe. You know, sometimes you want to chill, sometimes you want the lights off, sometimes like I need the curtains open, I need the windows open. Sometimes I want to record by the beach. You know, so it differs from time to time.
I love that. Yeah, it sounds like you're a peaceful guy. You like your quiet times.
Yeah, I do.
And in your quiet times, what do you like to do alone?
I mean, a typical day for me, because like right now I'm even like alone at my house. So when I wake up, I just meditate, go to the gym, do a couple sessions, and that's pretty much it. Talk to a few friends, or I see my friend AV, and that's like, yeah, that's it. I don't do much.
But go around the world and tour and like, you know,
I mean,
be in Japan one week, be here the next week. You know, you don't do too much. You don't do too much. I love that. So, you know, in some of the music you write, you like to talk about your themes, you know, from, you know, strength, mental, you know, growth and glory and all that stuff. Any love songs in the works?
Any love songs in the works?
Today is actually Love Note Day. When's the last time you sent somebody a love note?
It's been long ago.
I knew it. I knew it. Because people don't really write be prophesizing love anymore.
Yeah, I think we need to get back into that. You know, we need to get back into that. And
what way to do it than the universal language of music?
Right.
So Victony, you're gonna have a love song very soon.
I wasn't planning on working on one, but after this conversation, I'll look into it.
And people are always using names, and no one ever uses the name Nicole. I don't know why. You know,
that's the name of my next.
I knew it. I feel like we connected. And now I know, I'm sure. So if I was to tell you to write a love note to somebody right now, will somebody come to mind?
Will somebody come to mind?
Yeah. What's this pretty boy laugh?
If somebody comes to mind.
He's thinking.
A friend.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, we all got good friends.
I've had some real friends around me. Obviously my family, you know, and my loves, you know.
Nobody knows what that means, but we're just gonna leave it open-ended. That is fantastic. So you were on tour with Davido. You've been on tour doing your own thing as well. Jumped on a bunch of amazing collaborations, but do you still have any, you know, collaborations that you can't wait to sink your teeth into? Anyone in the industry that you haven't been able to get to yet?
No, actually, because like
you're doing your thing.
Yeah, this year alone, like it's been a lot, and I still have. I mean, I just SARS just put out his album, and I'm on his album as well.
Oh, congrats!
Thank you. Loja's album is coming up, you know, and a couple more collaborations on the way this year still. So it's I've done a lot that I can't even think of anyone right now.
Yeah,
it's been a super collaborative year for me, and I'm really excited about that.
I love that. So we are in the Ember months. You know, it's the end of the year is upon us. what are we gonna see from you for the rest of the year?
Oh, I'm gonna be having my show again in Lagos.
Ooh, when?
We don't have a date yet.
Okay.
But definitely between the 20th and the 21st. That's when I usually do it. So I think this is one moment that I always look forward to every year, because it's kind of like, just spending time with the home base fans and just sharing all the moments that I've experienced all year with them live in person. So yeah.
I love that. You sometimes hear these artists that they blow past the point where they forget about the people that actually made them blow, your core fans at home. So it's always nice when you see that we're still top of mind. You still care about us a lot. Thank you so much. So at the end of the year, I kind of feel like, myself included, I like revelations. By the next year, I like to look back on my 2025, like what did I maybe do well, what did I not achieve, and maybe want to push to next year. Would you say you have achieved all you wanted this 2025, and what do you want people to like think about you when they're moving into 2026? Like, wow, he did this in 2025.
I feel like, yes, I did achieve what I wanted to do in 2025. 2025, I just wanted to be a better person, better than I was in 2024, and that's what I was super focused on. And now in September, when I look back at my year, I made a few mistakes. I could have handled some things better, but I was super focused on just being a better person for myself, my friends, my family, fixing relationships, like just being the bigger person in certain situations. And when I look back, I'm extremely proud. So, everybody looking at me or hearing my voice right now, I feel like 2026, that should be our goal again, just being a better person. So, yeah.
Amen. I love that. And, you've taken time to work on yourself. How would you say your mental is today?
It is in a very good place.
Love that.
I know to appreciate time with like my loved ones. I know to be grateful, even if sometimes I don't feel that way almost every day, to be honest. It's still like a battle, but I know the right things to do. I know the right mental state to be in. I know what to do if it's overwhelming. These are things that I couldn't like handle earlier, and I just lashed it out on people around me. But I know everyone around me, every person who's like a loved one around me, or a friend or family, like what I'm going through has nothing to do with them. So yeah.
Oh, a lot of inwards work. I like that. People take responsibility of your actions, your feelings, because nobody's here to actually babysit anybody. We're all grown, but we all need a little bit help from time to time.
Of course.
I love that, Victony. It has been lovely to get to talk to you a little bit. And when your show comes around, we're going to be all there, live and direct, singing all the songs, and you're going to call me some of your friends again, so we know it's
of course
going to be a swell time. So his single featuring Olamide is out right now. It's called Skeeter. Go and run it up in anticipation for his next body of work that's going to be dropping soonish this year. We're going to see it this year.
I mean, we'll see how
it works.